Good morning, students. Students, today I am going to discuss about biogeochemical cycles. Students, initially I will tell you that what is the meaning of biogeochemical cycle. Students, if you will break the term or the word biogeochemical, so here you will find that it is composed of three different words. First one is bio, the second one is geo, and the third one is chemical. I want to tell you the meaning of bio. Bio means all the living things. Geo means earth crust or earth. Chemical means various chemicals, or here we are using the term chemical in the form of the various minerals or nutrients. And cycle means a cycle where a flow occurs in a cyclic pattern. So here I will tell you that the nutrients or the minerals are cycling between the biotic as well as abiotic component, or in another words I have to say that these nutrients are flowing between the living components of ecosystem and non-living components of ecosystem. So we can say that biogeochemical cycle is a kind of cyclic flow of nutrients between the non-living environment and the living organisms. In another words, I am telling you that it is a cyclic flow of nutrient between the non-living environment and living organism, and it is known as biogeochemical cycle. Okay, so in the other words, I have to say that it is the process of transfer and the circulation of the essential chemical nutrients such as carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen in the biosphere. So, in very simple words, I have to say that. So, in biogeochemical cycle, various nutrients like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen are cycling between the different components of biosphere. So in this series today I will discuss about the first biogeochemical cycle, and it is water cycle. So water is very important component for the living organisms, as I mentioned in my earlier video ki this is the very important content of the living organism, as water is essential for the uh, completion of all the biogeochemical or the biological or biochemical processes which are taking place inside a cell. So how its cycling process, or how this cycle works, or how this cycle occurs in natural ecosystem or in a biosphere, I will tell you. So as we know that the chief source of water in earth is basically rain, and this water fills in the oceans, in different water bodies, lakes, rivers, ponds. And actually what happens when the sunlight falls on these water bodies, this water starts to evaporate, and while it is going to be evaporate, so definitely it will convert into vapor. And as we know that this vapor is lighter than the other gases of the air in the atmosphere, this vapor rises up into the atmosphere. And while it rises up, so at higher altitude in the atmosphere, as the temperature goes down, this water vapor starts to condense, and after condensation this water vapor forms small droplets, and these small droplets start to surround the dust particle which are suspended into the higher altitude of the atmosphere. And while they are condensing regularly and they are surrounding the dust particles, they form a quite bigger water droplet, and due to the gravity this bigger water droplet starts to fall down towards the earth surface. But while it is falling down on the land surface, ठीक है, it does not immediately flows towards the oceans or the seas. Some water which is falling on the land starts to seep down and enters into the inside the soil, and reaches in the water strata, or refills the underground water resources. ठीक है, and out of this underground water, some underground water comes up to the surface through various springs as well as various wells. ठीक है, and some amount of this underground water is absorbed by plants, and while plants are absorbing regularly this water, so definitely they are going to lose this water from their body surface through the process of transpiration. And while it is released in the atmosphere in the form of the uh, water vapor in the atmosphere, so it once again it condenses and causes rainfall too. So in this way, this is a very simple cycle. We when we observe how the plants are absorbing water and how the water is coming from the abiotic components to biotic component. And except it I also want to tell you that this water, some under some fresh water or some marine water, is also consumed by the some aquatic as well as the marine animals too. And it is released by their body surface, either in the form of the sweat, or some water is released in the form of the urine, and most of the water comes out from the body in the form of the water vapor during the process of the respiration too. So once again it becomes the part of initially biotic component, and then biotic components are releasing once again it into the uh, abiotic component or the atmosphere. Okay, so here we observe that how the water is released from atmosphere and how is reached into the soil in river, oceans, and how it gets evaporated and how it became the part of the living organism, and how once again it can come out from the living organism's body, and once again become the part of abiotic component. So here in the picture you can see that initially the sunlight is falling down and the surface water is going to be evaporate, and after evaporation the clouds are forming, and the clouds are responsible for the rainfall. As well as you are observing few of the plants are there, the plants are absorbing the water, and this water is once again going outside from their body in the process of the transpiration. Sometimes the animals are consuming water and they are releasing it in the form of the water vapor during the process of the respiration, and this water also becoming the part of the cloud. As well as you are observing some water is seeping down and forming the part of the underground water or groundwater, and sometimes it comes on the surface in the form of the well, as in the form of the spring as well as the well too. So in this way today we observed how the water cycle takes occurs in the natural ecosystem. So I hope so you understood the concept of biogeochemical cycle as well as the water cycle. Still, if you have any query, please ask. Once again, I will meet you in my next video. Till then, thank you, bye bye, and have a nice day.